Russell, can you just talk us through that performance from your team, please?
Yeah, we give them a goal with the first kick of the game in our half. Really, it's we concede a crazy goal and don't respond to it anywhere near well enough, and then we concede a goal we shouldn't. So, out of I think anxiety at that point, of conceding that goal in that moment, we don't do our jobs from a set play, which is really frustrating. And it becomes so difficult. And then after that, make decisions based on, I think, desperation, anxiety, jump when we shouldn't, get played around a bit. So the game plan went out the window really at that point, and we needed a moment to calm down and actually refocus and reassess, but it was difficult. So we didn't respond well as a club to that, because we've been hurt really early on in the game, and the lads showed amazing resilience in the second half. The fans were amazing in the second half, considering the first half and the disappointment. And the tie is still open, and the players feel that. In the second half, they really feel that. So I'm proud of them, and I think it will be as hard as it will ever be for them in the first half, and how they got through that. Some of the guys that have had a tough start here, the way they played tonight, they'll grow so much from this, and I think as a group we will as well. So the tie is still game on. We've been away to two teams that have been chasing us, and now we get to be the one that's chasing and hunting and really can attack the game. So I'm excited about that opportunity, and the players have done that in the second half, and the fans as well, with the energy. It's completely changed. So yeah, I know for change there has to be a bit of pain, and we went through too much in the first half, and stuff that was self-inflicted, which is the most frustrating bit. But if we play with the same level of intensity and resilience and aggression and courage in the second half, this group can really grow from that.
You talk about the pain there. You said that first half could be as hard as it may ever be. Do you fear that there may be more nights like this, or do you think that first half could be
we won't concede two goals like that again? So no, I think that'll be, I said to the players, we'll make sure that'll be the hardest it ever is for them as a group, and for them to come through it in the way they did, I'm proud of them. And as I said, we will grow, and we're still in this tie.
In terms of the mentality of how the players dealt with that first 20 minutes, is that a concern, considering the way it unfolded, fans leaving after 20 minutes? Is that a wake-up call for some? And is that a concern that there is that mentality there that is obviously fragile?
Well, I think there's been a fragility of this club for a long, long time, so it's not a new thing. So when I talk about change and changing habits and trying to act in a certain way all the time, it's not easy. So when I say as a club we didn't react very well to them moments, we didn't. Like players, supporters, everyone, because the club's had a lot of pain over the however many years, bar one season I think, in the last 14 or 15 years. So that for the players is really difficult to work through and get over. The fact they did at half time in the second half, they were fantastic. I think gives us a lot of excitement and hope for what's going to come. But we have to, and the fans are so entitled to their opinion. They are the most important people at the football club. And in the second half, I'll say it again, they were fantastic, really, really top. And the team is going to need them. We are going to need to grow together and work together to achieve what we all want, because we're all here for the same reason. When we want to be successful as a football club, and we want to win things, and we want to ultimately put a team on the pitch that the fans feel proud of. The second half, I was proud of the team, but and this is not me criticising, it's me just stating facts right now, I think, for where we're at as a football club. So the precursor to change is pain, very often. The club's bounced around with different ideas, different plans, really been hinged on emotion, making decisions just on a quick reaction. So now we have owners and a leadership team that understand where the club's been and where it's at and where it needs to go to, but they also understand that's not going to come without a bit of pain. Tonight we had some real pain in 45 minutes. We got through it together, we finished the game brilliantly, and we gave enough and done enough to feel excited about next week, and we're still in the game.
Do you admit though, excuse me, do you admit though that the pain that they suffered in that first 20 minutes can't happen at a club like this?
It can't happen anywhere. The goals we can see can't happen anywhere. So when you sit here in the press conference and say we have to win here and all that stuff, it's the job as a head coach is the same everywhere. I understand the intensity and the emotion of it here, because how much the club means, how big it is, how huge it is. but it can't change the way we work. So it becomes a weight around people's necks otherwise. So my job is to take as much of that off the players as we possibly can by giving them clarity, by giving them some calmness and process that they can really focus on and improve on. And at half-time we did that. They came out and did brilliantly. And now we have to learn from tonight and we have to grow from it. And we're still in the tie. So we can't concede goals like that at any level, any football club. It's madness. So we need to make sure, as I said, we don't go through that level of pain again. I'm convinced we won't, and we definitely won't concede goals like that again.
Russell, just in that first half, are you convinced, comfortable that it's not tactical issues in the first period, it is just when you concede a goal like that, the anxiety increases?
When you're 2-0 down after 7 minutes, tactics don't come into it, because for the next half an hour, didn't really see anything we'd worked on. Really nothing. So guys waiting on the ball because of the tension in the crowd, guys jumping out to press when just out of desperation when they shouldn't. They should wait and hold their position, and then we were ready to steal the ball. So it's not about tactics, it's not about style of play, that's about the reaction emotionally to the damage that's been inflicted, and we didn't respond well enough to it.
Just on that then, you saw how Jeji Gassama kind of maybe took a bit of onus on, kept trying to drive forward. Does a night like tonight show you still need not more quality only, but more leaders who can...
Courage, yeah. Like they all displayed courage in the second half. I really love the courage and aggression in the team in the second half so much. Like going toe-to-toe, competing with your man, making sure you came out of the ball. If you didn't, we recovered properly. So they showed that they can be a proper team tonight in the second half, and I think the team will grow so much from that.
Russell, Bruges manager said that he was well aware of where the space would be tonight, and one of the biggest concerns that we have watching that is the amount of space we're giving up defensively. We seem to be giving up far too much space and torn apart far too many times, and Jack Butland made a number of good saves even with an improved performance in the second half. These chances are being created against Rangers in every game so far. How concerned are you about that, and how do you fix it?
I think the first half, as I just said, it's completely different because of the anxiety and the emotion in the crowd. Second half, I'd say we'd hurt them as much as they hurt us. We're playing against a really good team, so at some point they're going to have a moment, especially when we're 3-0 down and we're committing a lot of numbers forward. So, yeah, we will keep working to get better in every department.
Russell, you said that there's going to have to be some pain for change to take place here, but some supporters left after just 20 minutes tonight. I know you hope that they will give everyone time for this to change, but what is your message to those supporters who maybe don't even have the patience to last the full game?
But the team needs them. We're going to need them. So whatever happens, the team is going to need them. We're going to need them at some point. We have to give them enough to feel that they can connect with the team at some point. But yeah, no, everyone is entitled to their opinion, but we are going to need everyone at the club to really grow together to make sure that we are successful.
Russell, what was your reading of the disallowed goal?
My only frustration with it is that VAR showed a referee a still image straight away without actually seeing the action first. So I'm not convinced he has his hands on the ball before Gas touches it, but it is what it is. So my only frustration is that I think they've already set the tone for the referee and made the decision for him by the time he goes to the screen.
You've mentioned some of the goals you gave away tonight. You've mentioned in previous games the nature of some of the goals that you're leaking. Would you have hoped this group would be a bit further along by now than they are?
Well, we're 7.5 weeks in. I think usually by now you've played 1 or 2 games. So we're at a club that is completely different and the demands are completely different. And we've had some guys that have found the start tough, but tonight they came through brilliantly. Joe Rothwell's best game, Max's best game, Jaden was fantastic. Daniela will be better for scoring. Gas just grows every game. So there's loads for us to be excited about and positive about moving forward. And the tie's not over, so that'll be our focus now to win the game on Sunday and play with the same level of intensity we did in the second half. And then we have to go next week and really attack it.
Scott and Ali to finish.
Russell, how tough was it for you personally, just in that first half on the touchline, when it goes 3-0 and there's real kind of vitriol coming down for the stands? How tough was that? You
can't impact anything at that point, so it's the most difficult situation to be in. So you're desperate for half time to come so you can sit down and assess things with the players, and I'm really pleased with their response. So it was really difficult. But also I came to this club knowing it wasn't going to be easy. It wasn't going to be easy. It's not like a quick fix. I hope we'll be judged in May, and by then we'll be in a really good place. and we'll be competing and we'll be winning stuff. It's as simple as that. But this early on, I don't think I expected anything else but a bit of pain. And as I said before, it's been the same at every club. Usually you get a job at club because it hasn't been going very well previously. Very rarely do you go into a club where you can just build on something. So we're having to change, and change a lot. And tonight, as I said, in the second half, the response they gave us, the energy of the fans, we're going to need more and more of that. So I'm proud of them for that, and the team will grow.
Russell, there's been a lot of focus on the defensive side of the game tonight and the mistakes made defensively. But again, as much as Danilo scores, not really affecting the game too much at centre forward. Cyril's obviously injured just now. Hamza's coming back from an injury as well. Is it a concern that the centre forward position, or those in that centre forward position, aren't affecting the game as much as they should be, either by creating chances or getting chances to score? And is that an area of the team that you look to strengthen before the window closes? I'm really pleased Danilo scored. He worked so hard for us out of possession as well, so it wasn't easy for him in the first half. So the 15-20 minutes he had on the pitch in the second half, I'm pleased for him. He did well, but I think we have to assess the situation, depending on the Seal's injury and what happens. So we'll still strengthen in some areas, but I think we have 3 number 9s at the minute. So we'll have to wait and see.